Hi, this is Nicole Dyer in the Research Like a Pro question and answer series. And today, Diana Elder will talk about steps for transcribing and logging multi-page historical documents. And she talks a little bit about dealing with court records that are long and then how to keep track of all the data from them. And then also, she talks a little bit about using artificial intelligence tools to help you extract details and work with that data, whether you're wanting to write something about that or find information or evidence within it.
Okay, so let's look at another example. And this is about if you've got one of those really large files. So we have a lot of multi-page files, things like pensions, court cases, things that we have a lot. Or I can think land entry case files, all those types of things. Well, I do the same thing. I set up that Google Doc or Word document. You'll see this looks just like the single file that I just did for the court case. So I put in the source citation. The only difference here is I have multiple images that I'm working with. So I do add a little bit more identifying information. So here I have, this is a probably, I think it's 26 images off of the court case, off of Family Search. Yeah, 675 to 700. And so I say image one, and then I give it a description. So the very first image was just the file folder. And then I have that completely transcribed. So it was the case number, Dallas County Civil District Court case papers, box 92, 15 items, Bell Carpenter versus John Carpenter. So this is exactly what the file folder says. So this is an exact transcription. And then image two was the petition, part one. And so then I had AI separately take each image and do the transcription. And then I would copy and paste that in and check it against the original so that I could have the entire file all within one document, but with each image named and labeled so that I've got that information for the AI to work with. Because once I have this all in here, I'm going to ask it to do all sorts of things with this. And I want to be able to know, where did you get that information? So let's say it's doing a timeline for me and it says, well, it was filed on January 3rd, 1875. Or let's see, it says, yeah, that was the filing. And so I'd want to know where in those 25 pages, images, did it actually have that date? I don't want to go back through and try to hunt and peck and find it. I just wanted it to tell me, okay, that's going to be an image two petition part one. And so that is why I do an identifier there, a reference. And then after I have that all done, then I've got a nice document that I can use. So once you have that transcription, there's so many things you can do. So I have done a table of events, and then you can add individual events, the timeline or the research log. Again, you could do bullet points. You could have it write the story. I actually had AI write a blog post for me based on this, which was really it's a sad story, but it was a really fun to read the blog post, the story that it wrote from it. And any questions that you have about it, you can ask it and it can go find the answer for you. And so it's just a really very helpful, useful way for you to get your records all put into one place and then to be able to ask your questions and work with it. So when I asked it to do the table, this is what it looked like. And so it gave me the date and the people involved, the action. And then here you can see the image number and description so that I could see specifically where John made slander statements about Bell. I could go look at that image 4 through 5 and 13 referenced in the petition. So this is something that I would recommend you try out if you're doing something similar, like a pension file or, whatever it is that is several pages long. This will work well. And the nice thing is, then you will have it to use as you're doing your work. So many times we do something like this, we read through it and then we can't remember when we're writing the report and we want to cite the specific page or image number, and then we have to go back and try to find that little statement. Well, this has that all done for you, or you can go back to AI and ask it, which is super cool. All right, so that is a suggestion and idea for research logging that. Now, I did not, in this case, for this research log for Isabella, I did not log every single one of these things. I just logged the basic divorce. So I already had her marriage and I had that logged with her actual marriage record. But I could, one of the things I could do with the Airtable base that we have now, our new one, our current one, is I could enter it in the research log once, this case file, and then in the timeline section, I could reference the main file, and then I could put in all these different pieces if I wanted to. So I could have all this in her timeline, all the specifics. So, it's really what you decide to do with your work once you have it done. Lots of ideas that you could do.